Alright everybody, welcome to part 3 of the plot summary of Radiata Stories. This is Yusuf, and let's get moving. In the last episode, the Radiata Knights enslaved the dwarves so they don't have to pay the higher prices for ore. In the process, Cross kills the rock dragon using an orb that he had somewhere on him. This causes the non-humans to group up for a war. Ripley is dealing with the elf soul in her body, and the disease Algendars is making humans crazy and elves mortal. Now let's get started. But first, about orbs. So when Cross destroyed the Earth Dragon, inexplicably, it was because he had an orb. There is an orb for every dragon. They seal the dragon away so that it can't be reborn. In other words, the Earth Dragon is stuck in Cross's jockstrap rock. The orbs are said to be made by humans and are passed down by royalty. This is all from the Radiatapedia. Alright, now we can get to the story. So Jack picks the non-human side and goes with Ridley. And on their way out, they are spotted by a gate guard. Back at the castle, Larks is being briefed on the situation by Cross and Dinas. Larks knows that the Light Elves are going to confront the humans now.
Yes, those elves will jump at any excuse to strike at the humans.
There are people like this. Now, his reason to show strength to the dwarves was that once the humans accept their prices, everyone they buy from will want more money and the humans will be ruined. But now he will say that the elves are just looking for a reason to fight. But the elves' reason is almost exactly the same as the humans' reason. If the elves let the humans enslave the dwarves without doing anything about it, then pretty soon the humans will want to enslave every non-human. Now, I still don't get why Cross is even in the room with Larks and Dinas, but they both present two different perspectives for Larks to consider. Larks knew that eventually there will be a war between the humans and non-humans, but wasn't expecting a dragon to show up. There is a legend.
Dinas, are you familiar with the ancient legend?
Yes. The tower breaks the sky. Here come the dragons to bring it down.
Cairn defeated one of them, and Cross accidentally defeated another, so Larks is afraid the legend is starting. Dinas thinks that they should take the defensive and build up Fort Valencia, the border patrol checkpoint. And Cross tells Dinas not to be a bitch, and they should take the fight to the elves. Larks agrees with Cross, which he never disagrees really. But he is concerned about the two remaining dragons joining the fight. And Cross grabs his nuts and says,
Leave it to me, Lord Larks. My sword will soon cut them down.
You know, like how he got the crap knocked out of him, fell unconscious, and just happened to have the orb that went with the specific dragon on his person, and it took the dragon out? Yeah, like that. That's how he's gonna do with the other two.
My sword will soon cut them down.
That's enough, Cross! Your arrogance is starting to get on my nerves!
If the general is afraid of a fight, he's welcome to stay in the back and guard the rear.
Insolent whelp!
Anyway, Lucian reported to Larks earlier that the Wind Dragon has appeared in the Wind Valley. So Larks greenlights the eventually we will enslave all non-humans and own everything plan, and sends Cross to the Wind Valley to kill the Wind Dragon. Larks explains that even though he might not want to enslave non-humans, he is put in a position to protect the kingdom at all costs. If the kingdom goes down, then all humans are in danger. That is very understandable. And backlash on humans can affect all humans, and not just the douchebags that cause it. This is a really tough decision though. I don't know how I would have done it. I certainly wouldn't have enslaved the dwarves. I would free them immediately and try to compromise or looked for some competition to rival the dwarves' prices. But once the wheels are in motion and a dragon is killed, there isn't much else you can do but suit up and get ready for some painful exercise. Do you guys know what you would do? Put your answer in the comments. Elsewhere in the castle, Jasny goes crying to Lucian about Ridley leaving. Lucian sends him to his room and sends out guards to search for her. Lucian seems really interested in Ridley's transformation. So, after busting up some animals, Jack and Ridley finally get to the City of Flowers.
Huh? There's no one here. Hey! What are you jerks playing at? You let her go now!
Back off! One step closer and I slit her throat.
Are you guys completely psycho or what? We weren't doing anything.
I believe that the ones playing psycho are you humans.
Who the heck are you?
It's Lord Nogawa's brother, Lord Zane, the ruler of the Light Elves.
Lord Zane himself pops out and says that he will kill Ridley as a sign to the humans that the war is on like Donkey Kong. First they take out Valencia, and then they attack Radiata. And Ridley says that because of the transpiration, she considers herself a non-human as well, and will join their fight against Radiata. During all this, Jack is being ignored, so he jumps up and says he will take Fort Valencia alone, which is about the dumbest thing he's ever said in the whole game.
If you want Fort Valencia that much, I'll go capture it for you, okay? They know me there. I can sneak in and take them by surprise. It's less risky than a full-scale assault.
What makes me mad is that Zane gets convinced that it could work. The elves don't have anything to lose though. So now Ridley is a hostage when she already talked her way out of being killed. We jump to Gans, Rinka, and Flau, who are sneaking around an army camp. Gans sees Cross and knows something bad is going down, so they eavesdrop.
We'd brought the Blood Orcs all that way, just so we could unleash them on the City of Flowers. Who'd have guessed those buffoons would be wandering around there?
But the Rose Crochon Brigade encountered the Blood Orcs at the Dark Elf Village, and not the City of Flowers. So I guess it was between where Cross found the Blood Orcs and the City of Flowers then. Anyway, Gans now knows the truth and is emboldened to do something. So back to Jack, he tries to talk his way into Fort Valencia. The guard doesn't believe his clever lie that he is a Radiata Knight, so Jack finds out Leonard and Natalie are in there and requests to speak to Leonard. Leonard comes out, tells Jack they have been looking for him, and brings Jack in. Jack gets in there to see Natalie, and immediately Natalie asks him why he kidnapped Ridley.
Abducted? You guys think I kidnapped Ridley? She quit the Knights and left the castle on her own. She said she wanted to go to the City of Flowers.
Don't lie! Lady Ridley would never pull a crazy stunt like that! She couldn't possibly deserve the kind and adoring Lord Jasny.
That clinches it. Jasny and Natalie are boning. Of course they don't believe Jack. That's when Jack starts diarrhea mouthing.
I'm the one who doesn't have time. Ridley's been captured by the elves, and, whoops. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, who cares? Listen! If I don't take over this fort, the elves are going to kill Ridley, okay?
Huh?
Look, you don't have to believe me. Just hand over the fort.
They still don't believe Jack, so Jack gives up and draws his sword. Leonard was a bit of a pushover, but Natalie had a super move that did a ton of damage.
Uh-oh, she got a super move.
Flurry! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Oh, that hurt.
Eventually, Jack beats them both.
The little kid beat us.
Ha ha! So who do you think's the toughest now? Oh yeah, I've got to give my victory speech. I've been thinking about it for a while. I'll spare your life, but you have to do exactly as I say.
Exactly as you say? No, not that. No, stop, you horrible monster! You beast!
Whoa, calm down. You've got it all wrong. I just want to see you grovel a bit.
Oh, I see. I just assumed... Hey, wait a minute! I'm not doing that either!
Yeah? Okay, fine. Have it your way. But if you don't want to beg for your life...
You wouldn't! Oh, you evil scoundrel! Sometimes my good looks are such a curse!
Well, I'm waiting!
Oh, all right. Oh dear, Master Jack. Please don't kill me. Please spare my life.
How about, oh Lord Jack, most great and powerful warrior, and try to put more effort into it.
I don't believe this. Oh Lord Jack, most great and powerful warrior, please spare my life.
Nah, that's no good. You've got to be cuter when you do it. Like, oh pretty please. Try that.
You're pushing your luck.
Jack gets carried away so much that the guards walk in. Sensing that he's outmanned, Jack books it. Outside, Jack runs into Light Elves that are impressed that Jack actually kept his word and tried to take the fort all by himself. The guards catch up.
All right, let's get rid of this lot.
Huh? Are you serious? Are you trying to start a war?
That was our plan from the beginning.
One of the Light Elves is named Row. That's the British word for a rumble or a very loud disagreement. I guess the elf named Fisticuffs was out on a different assignment. The Light Elves make light work of the Radiata Knights and the soldiers. Leonard tells Jack he's a traitor to his own race, and that hits Jack hard. The elves send Jack back to the City of Flowers while they start the attack on the fort. Jack gets led into the City of Flowers and goes to see Zane, who is impressed with Jack. But that is short-lived when a messenger runs in and tells Zane that Scyfed, the Wind Dragon, has been killed by the Radiata Knights. Meanwhile, Natalie reports to Jasny that Fort Valencia has been taken, but he seems to be much more pissed that she didn't capture Jack, his daughter's alleged kidnapper. He orders her to bring Jack back to him. Later, Jack wakes up just in time for the strategy meeting. Ridley comes in to get him, and Jack confides in her that he is not feeling good about fighting against his friends. Ridley explains to him that the world is changing and everyone's ideals are clashing. There is nothing they can do to stop it. She is fighting for what she believes in, and then she asks Jack what he believes in. And Jack gives the ultimate friend zone answer.
Oh? Protecting you. That's my mission, I guess.
If that's true, then I'm very grateful.
Ridley.
Jack, listen to me. I can't turn away from this war.
Yeah. Okay then. I'll have to come along and protect you. That's going to be my job.
So, after ensuring that he will not get laid, Jack heads on into the meeting feeling like he just guaranteed that he will get laid. To be fair, he might have a chance, but Ridley is pretty far out of his league. Had y'all noticed that Ridley went from being strong and capable to being jerked around by the plot? Jack is so dumb that instead of being motivated to do what is right, he just cares about doing what Ridley thinks is right. So basically the story should be about Ridley and not about Jack, but since Ridley is blonde and Jack has basic protagonist face, we will have to be Jack. See, Ridley almost dies. Ridley gets a transpiritation. Ridley is engaged to be married to a racist that almost gets her killed. Ridley has to go against her father. Ridley has to make the choice to be human or non-human. And Ridley is the reason for the disbanding of the Rose Croissant Brigade. Jack is just a dude with no path. Just like when Zane and Ridley were talking, and Jack is standing in the background being ignored. I feel like he is more comic relief than a main character. So the meeting starts, and guess who shows up?
Greetings to you all! Oh, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
Huh? It's the geezer with the funny money!
Hello? Is that the young laddie I met in town? Ah! You were a great help to me that day!
Crushing bones! Crushing bones!
His name is Parsec, the Fire Dragon. Warning, incoming exposition dump. So Lord Zane offers his condolences for the Wind Dragon's death, but Parsec assures them that the dragons don't die. They sleep and reawaken later. And Parsec explains that there are 4 dragons: Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water. They protect each sector of the non-humans. The humans get the twin dragons, Gold and Silver. However, Gold and Silver take turns guarding the world. And Silver is guarding the world right now. When that dragon clocks out and Gold clocks in, everything will start all over again. The dragons all wake up and everyone else dies. The Water Dragon guards the orcs, which is probably the one Cairn killed. I would think that the Radiata Knight set out to kill the orcs and the Water Dragon appeared to protect the orcs. Y'all already saw the Earth Dragon die trying to stop the enslavement of the dwarves. The Wind Dragon just died off screen. He guards the elves. So Parsec is the last one and he protects the goblins. Once the dragon starts sleeping, it signals the end of everything. The humans don't need protection because they are the killers apparently. I think each dragon takes the form of the race they represent. Although to me, Parsec looks more like an orc than a goblin. Side note, the writers go out of their way not to name the planet everything happens on, Earth. They call it the world. Yet we still call one of the 4 elements Earth. Why not rock or ground or something? Anyway, Parsec is saying that this is inevitable. Zane turns on his racist brain and says that humans are spreading Algandars and that signals the end times. But Parsec says that this is just normal in-the-world bullshit and that it has nothing to do with when the Gold Dragon will awaken. There is no vessel for the Gold Dragon to take anyway. However, Zane insinuates that Ridley is the vessel, and that is another reason why she should be the protagonist. I mean, now she's the chosen one. Come on, man. The real reason Parsec is there is because
I think that Ophelion, the Silver Dragon, may be up to something. He's taken a certain human as a vessel, and he's controlling the humans from within Radiata Castle. I finally found out where he was hiding just before I came here. I'd like to find out what he's up to. I think it's time I dropped by and paid him a visit.
in the meantime, everyone should go about their business as usual. Jack asks Parsec if Cairn killing the water dragon put him in some sort of cosmic trouble, but Parsec just assures Jack that Cairn was just following his fate and nothing more. Then Parsec tells Jack to take Ripley to Goblin Haven, because destiny? Man, that was a really long scene. So Coco the Dark Elf takes Jack and Ripley to snow-ridden Goblin Haven. It stinks, literally. Coco explains that the smell is cooked toadstools. This is all goblins eat and it makes them really sick. So all they do is eat and be sick. So the two go into the haven when Jack gets ambushed.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Damn it! He snuck up on me! Let me go! Let me go already!
Your name. Give me your name first.
I'm Jack! Jack Russell!
Jack Russell? You're quick on your feet.
Damn right! Now tell us, who are you? What are you doing jumping out on people like that?
All right, son of Cairn. My name is Gawain. Gawain Rothschild.
You're Sir Gawain?
Gawain? You're the one. You're the one who killed my father.
Upon finding Gance's father, Sir Gawain, Jack yells about Gawain killing Jack's dad and challenges him to a fight. A fight which Jack has no chance in hell of winning.
A chance to get more energy back. I wasn't gonna beat that anyway.
Now that Jack is KO'd, Ridley has a chance to talk to Gawain. Gawain is living in disgrace and can't be in one place for too long. Ridley informs him of her story so far. She asks Gawain what the hell happened to him. Gawain opens up and tells Ridley the story of, psych, Jack wakes up and still wants to fight him. Gawain tells Jack that he can have all the fights he wants. Jack tries a few times and eventually beats Gawain. Gawain is impressed, and Jack raises his sword to slay Gawain.
Jack!
What's wrong? You won't avenge your father?
I don't want to kill you. You didn't really kill my father, did you?
Yes, I'm calling him Gawain, because in my head, Gans is a German name, so Gawain is Gawain, Gawain. In German, I guess. So, Jack doesn't believe that Gawain actually killed his dad, so he asks him to tell the real story.
No one has had this story for 16 long years, but I'll tell it to you. Your father and I each led a brigade of the Royal Knights. We were comrades, we were rivals, and we were friends. We were trusted by the fairy creatures, and in the City of Flowers we were allowed to come and go as we pleased. Even the elf elder, Lord Zane, treated us as his friends. But then, 16 years ago, the water dragon suddenly appeared. Those who knew the old legends trembled in fear. But the dragon had come to protect the cosmic order. It attacked the humans out of necessity, not hate. Cairn knew this as well as any of us, but he shrugged off all my warnings. Cairn struck down the water dragon to save his fellow humans. Because of that, the elements became unbalanced within him. He became infected by the Algendar's disease. In order to protect the Order of Tortaus, Zane sent out assassins to slay his friend Cairn. No matter what Zane's personal feelings were, he was forced to act. The elf's dragon had been slain. I knew what was happening, but I did nothing. I turned away. I turned away and let Cairn die. I'm the one who destroyed your family. I'm the one who stole your father from you.
But after that TED Talk that Parsec did about Destiny, Jack couldn't be mad at Gawain for whatever he did. So he forgives him. So after Jack's Naruto moment, Jack figures out this is the reason Parsec sent him here. It certainly wasn't for the fried toadstools. Jack immediately recruits Gawain, and Gawain agrees because destiny.
I've turned my back on my destiny for too many years now. I'd say it's high time that I faced it. Come on, to Fort Valencia!
All right, now you're talking.
Destiny, huh?
I was surprised because Gawain is fat, so I expected him to be some sort of bungling idiot. But he wasn't. He was a real, decently written character. So, on the way back to Fort Valencia, Jarvis and Daniel intercept Jack and crew. They want to take Jack back home, but Jack fights them for it, and they say their goodbyes. Back later at Fort Valencia, it's dinner time, and as soon as Jack gets to the table, Ridley gets up.
Huh? Ridley, where are you going? Hey, Ridley! Are you okay? Wake up!
Meanwhile, at Radiata Castle, Cross has Adele, Jack's sister. The interrogating knight can't get anything useful out of her because she hasn't been in contact with Jack. Jack doesn't seem to be the type to write a lot of letters. And Cross gives the go-ahead to start really torturing Adele. I hope Jack gets to her in time. Back to Ridley. I don't know why they split the scene like that. Zane informs Jack that Ridley is experiencing the effects of transpiration.
I don't really understand. But she's going to be okay, right?
Yes, of course. In any case, what she needs now is peace and quiet. We should leave her alone so she can rest.
What the hell does that mean? Also, she needs peace and quiet? She looks like she's going through hell. Back at the castle, Lucian has a visitor. It's Parsec. He knows that Lucian is a Philion, the silver dragon. But now that Parsec knows Aphelion is a lord of the castle, he wants to know why he is inciting a war between the humans and everyone else, knowing damn well that dragons dying will bring about the end of the world. Aphelion says,
Dragons, and elves too, are promised immortality, but humans are destined only for death and extinction. Yet no other race strives so single-mindedly to raise themselves above their lot. Why? Why is that, Parsec? Why, when death is the only reward?
That's a good question. I thought I knew the answer, but I don't. It's really complicated. Anyway, Parsec knows that Aphelion, the silver dragon, is just tired of protecting his world and is ready for his brother to start a new one. Whether he's sick of humans being douchebags or just tired of overseeing the world, he's done with it. And Parsec has what he came for, and he says his final goodbye. Aphelion then calls for Sir Dinas and orders him to kill Parsec if he can find him. Parsec is a frickin' ninja. He looks so damn noticeable, but he creeps in and out of every place without being stopped. Back at Fort Valencia, Ridley wakes up and doesn't remember anything. Shin, the elf, hurries in and yells that Parsec is being attacked by the Radiata Knights. Ridley tries to get up and fight. Jack is like, hell no. Then she says,
Jack, no one else can die. No more deaths for my sake.
At first I thought it was some dumb shit to say. I mean, it's a damn war. What the hell does she have to do with it? Just because she got a transpiration? But then I thought about it. The prophecy says that the gold dragon needs a vessel, and she is the vessel and she knows it. Now, why is this story about Jack and not about her again? Alright, so we'll have to stop right there. I'm sorry I left you on a cliffhanger, but A lot of these scenes that I planned on putting in there went a little bit longer than I expected, so hey, what have you. Anyway, we'll go ahead and pick it up on the fourth one and the finale for the non-human side, alright? See you guys then. Peace.